Okay, let's do the little nursery rhyme from
I don't
Which
know
one?
what you mean.
from Nightmare on Elm Street.
1, 2,
Hold on.
Freddy's
Freddy,
coming for
It's
you.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What? Coming for
3, 4, better lock the door.
Here it is. Okay. 1,
5,
2,
6,
Freddy's
get
coming
yourself
for.
fixed.
Yeah. What? Are you ready?
I don't know it. We have to.
Don't worry. Just wing it. You got this. I bet you. 1,
One,
2,
two,
Freddy's
Freddy's coming
coming
for
you.
you. I joined late.
2,
Start over.
3. Oh,
3,
wait, no.
4, better lock your door. 5,
Five,
6, grab your crucifix. 9, 10.
What? We're
What?
7, 8.
It just this little thing just skipped those numbers.
7, 8.
Go get a date.
All right. Hello.
Recording.
Yes. And welcome to Watcheando. Move. That's not what I want. Move.
No, that's not better.
Move. Move. Movies. Welcome to Watcheando Movies. I'm Ugo. Hello, Jasmine over there.
Hello.
Hello, Andres over there.
Hey, that's me.
Yes. So we're doing Slasherween. We're watching movies from the 70s and 80s. Classic slasher films from the 70s and 80s. That's right there. We're off to a great start. So just a bit of background about all of us. Jasmine, you used to like movies back in 2010, right? A decade ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 That's
And
been
then
a
you
while.
stopped. It was a very short-lived phase for you.
Yeah, like a year or two,
Yeah.
I'd say.
And Andres, you didn't care about movies until 4 years ago.
Yeah, except for horror movies.
Yeah, he's always liked horror movies. And I've been a film buff since I was 14-ish, since 2013. So that's where we're all coming from. With all that out of the way, Jasmine, what movie are we watching today?
We are watching Texas Chainsaw.
No. Nightmare on Elm Street. What do you think the opening was?
Keep it in. This is the one we're using.
Cut everything off. We are watching Nightmare on Elm Street.
The kids of Elm Street don't know it yet, but something is coming to get them.
There's something out there, isn't there?
You just see cuts happen.
What did that, Lieutenant?
I don't know. What's the coroner got to say?
He's in the John puking since he saw it.
They're gonna kill me for sure.
Did you do it?
There was somebody else there.
He was locked in a room with a girl who went in alive and came out in a rubber bag.
No one knows where it came from or who it will visit next.
Nancy? There's something wrong with you. You're imagining things.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
No.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Very brave decision to drop the A from the title, guys.
A Nightmare?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Wild.
A Nightmare?
We are watching A Nightmare before Christmas.
And, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Spoilers, of course. Yes. It's an old movie anyway. A Nightmare on Elm Street was written and directed by Wes Craven.
I've heard of that guy.
Yes, I've mentioned
Scream?
him. He did Scream. Yes, I
That's
did.
all I know.
He also did The Hills Have Eyes
Oh, wow.
and some other stuff, I'm sure. I'm not a horror guy.
Didn't he do that one with
He didn't do
the kids have the same birthday
What?
and it's a serial killer?
This Is Us? No, I don't know.
What?
Birthday?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what
Oh.
This Is Us. No, go
Like a
on.
boogeyman type of thing.
Nah.
No, I don't know. He's done a lot of horror movies. It stars John Saxon, who's the dad.
No, he's a star.
Yeah, that's what Wikipedia has as his first name. Renee, or Ronnie Blakely, that's the mom. Heather Langenkamp, the main girl. What's her name?
Nancy.
Yes, that's right. Amanda Weiss.
That's Tina.
Yeah, how'd you know?
I'm just guessing.
Nick Corey,
That's the bad guy.
the boyfriend.
Yeah, not the bad guy.
Robert,
The bad boy.
Yeah,
Bad boy, yes.
Robert Ugeland.
Is he Freddy?
Yeah, you're getting this all right. And of course, a very young Johnny Depp.
Is he? What's the character's name?
He's just Johnny
Oh,
Depp.
Glenn.
Glenn.
Glenn,
Yeah, I hate
yes.
that name.
Yeah,
I don't hate it. It just I don't know.
guess how
Doesn't
old,
fit him. It's not a hot guy name.
Yeah,
guess how old he was.
17.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty low. Go on.
Well,
guess.
am I wrong?
Yeah, is she wrong? 20?
20. 23.
He's like 21, yeah.
21?
17's not that.
That's pretty young, Jasmine.
From 21?
Yes.
21-year-olds are basically 17-year-olds.
Yeah, it's because you say that because you're 30.
I'm not 30. I'm in
27.
in my mid-20s.
No, you're not. You're in your late 20s.
Barely. Not even yet.
So this was released on November 9th, 1984.
Wow.
Another one that's like a week after Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what they're doing.
It was before. I actually don't know.
Even movies now do that, which is wild to me.
I think people will watch a scary movie any time of year.
Yeah, I know, but like I feel like Halloween is like if you want to like
Get spooked.
get the most money. You
Yeah.
do that, yeah. It was made on a budget of $1.8 million and made $57 million at the box office.
Let's just make horror movies.
Why? Because they're profitable. We can make one cheap.
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah. And then what's the trend now though?
Velocipaster.
Slow and boring, right?
Is that the trend?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. yes, I see
A24, you know?
what you're saying.
No offense to A24. But just get like maybe two people and they enter a house and then it's just like nothing happens. We trick people into thinking something's happening, but actually nothing's happening. And it turns out someone was living in the walls.
Hey, I read a
Hey, like the boy.
creepypasta. What?
A creepypasta?
Or something
Go on.
about like just a wall.
Just the wall.
Just the wall.
Someone was living in the wall.
It was a scary wall, dude.
Yeah. That's gonna be the villain, a scary wall.
Okay, yeah.
That's Monster House. What are you talking about?
It has a 94% Rotten Tomatoes score and an 83% audience score. The consensus says Wes Craven's intelligent premise combined with the horrifying visual appearance of Freddy Krueger still causes nightmares to this day.
Let me tell you,
You had a nightmare?
I did not.
It's because you're an adult.
So I'm a big girl.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've seen this movie. Unless you've seen this movie before, right?
I have seen this movie.
What?
Jasmine, you haven't seen this movie, right?
No, because they were scary.
Yeah, you don't like horror movies.
Yeah.
Even though, they're just movies.
But then your brain, when you're late at night and then you wake up and then your brain thinks about the scariest thing and you just can't go to sleep.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah.
I usually do that, but then I just go to sleep anyway.
Interesting. I can't because then I'm convinced there's something very close.
I
For
purposely
staring at me.
read scary stories whenever that happens. Like keep
Oh.
the mood going.
No.
I really?
Yeah, I really do.
I used to fall asleep to BuzzFeed Unsolved. Just playing on.
Well,
Nice.
it's
Yeah.
weird because I can fall asleep watching like a cold case or forensic files, right? And that's real. Those are real things that actually happen to
Yeah, but like there's no like threat of
Yeah.
them coming. There's no threat of the other stuff coming to get you.
Well,
But it's set up in a way where you think there
Yeah.
my
is.
brain's like, you know what? You
They're
never
here.
know.
Yeah. When I was 13, I had a thing with Jeff the Killer.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. What? What do you mean you remember?
I remember you being afraid of Jeff the Killer.
Was I?
I feel like
I was 13 when I read it, and I don't think I ever talked about it.
I remember.
I think you're thinking of like our younger cousins'
'cause
kids.
He was really he was a thing for a while, right?
Yeah, he was
a
really
thing for a while,
popular. Yeah.
That's like the height. It was like the height of creepypasta, right?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there was some fanfics about him that got really weird.
Yeah.
Jenny Nicholson was one.
Yeah.
Really odd. It's like
It
emo fantasy stuff.
Interesting stuff, dude. I don't understand, but
Anyways, what are we talking about? Oh, Jasmine, you never saw this, right?
No.
What were your expectations about the movie?
So obviously with all of these classic slasher films, I had a like vague idea of like the premise, right? So I know that Freddy Krueger, what's his name?
Kroger, yeah, Kroger.
Like killed people in their dreams.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, if you die in your dreams, you die for real.
Oh yeah.
You should know that Family Guy joke
No.
where Peter shits his pants every time he laughs.
No.
And then I don't want to explain the Family Guy joke. They pay Freddy
Cut.
Krueger to do it, and then he poops in his dream, and then he pooped in real life, and then he wakes up. He's like, if you poop in your dreams, you poop for real.
I mean,
It's very
Something.
embedded into pop culture. Is my point, Jasmine.
I'm not hip with them kids, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Yeah, your expectations, please.
So, I thought it was gonna be very spooky, very scary. Actually, you know what?
It was all that. Wow.
Actually, this one scared me the most.
Out of all the movies,
Yeah,
nice.
and I was watching it with people, and I was still scared.
yeah,
and
we
then
watched this
people-
one together
and then there was people in another room talking very loudly.
Yeah, and I saw
about
that.
us watching this movie.
Yeah, they were making commentary on us. Yeah, what did you think of it though, other than it being scary?
I mean, it wasn't scary, but I did get startled, I suppose.
You screamed a lot, yeah.
No, I screamed less in this one than in Chucky, but I think I was just trying to like set the tone in Chucky. And this one, I was actually kind of startled because I would like jump and be jittery a little bit, and that's usually when I get like surprised.
Yeah.
What were you saying though?
What did you think of it? Like, what
Oh.
did you like it? Did you not like it?
Yeah, it's probably the best one we've seen so far.
Nice. And this,
Very enjoyable.
yeah, I'd say so. And this, what do you think about this movie?
I jumped once, and it was after the movie ended, and Ugo sneezed. It was good.
Yeah.
But I like this movie a lot. This is one I revisit every once in a while.
Really?
It's my girlfriend's favorite horror movie,
Oh, really?
so we revisit it pretty often for that reason.
Nice. I watched it for the first time when I was 17. How old were you when you watched it?
I don't know. I
Like
was
a
pretty
kid?
young. Yeah.
Wow. Your parents let you watch anything, huh?
My dad used to like horror movies, and he would just put them on, and he wouldn't say anything if I watched them with him.
Nice.
Interesting.
My dad loves horror movies, but I would get like panic attacks. And then I have night terrors.
Nice.
So I was very limited in what I could watch. But I watched this when I was 17, and I really, really liked it. I'm not used to horror. I haven't seen a lot of horror movies, but this is my favorite horror movie.
Really?
Yeah. So it's really great. Great.
Yeah,
It's a lot. It
it's
was
a good one.
It was a lot better than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I had a question saying, "Is it scary?" So
Yeah.
it is.
I think the premise is pretty terrifying. Yeah.
Like if that happened in real life.
Yeah. Imagine you
Nobody
can't sleep.
believes you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking like nobody believes you, and they're just like, oh,
Yeah. I don't think that's the
crazy.
scariest part.
that is because you can't like how
'Cause
are you
you
gonna
go
defend
crazy?
yourself?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Like if
Yeah.
nobody believes you, it's like how I guess you feel isolated too.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Freddy's design is scary?
No,
Is he a scary looking monster?
no.
you can't really see him though. I feel like he's like cloaked in like a veil of like.
There's some times where there's close-ups though, and you see how like messed up his skin is.
Yeah.
And there's times where he like cuts himself on the chest and
You
like
know-
green ooze starts coming out.
You know what's weird?
What?
For some reason, like the masked guys were always the ones I was most afraid of.
Because you didn't know what was under there.
I don't know. I think. Well, because there's like a comedic aspect to. Oh, and he's the only one who talks, right? Besides Chucky.
He makes jokes too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
him and Chucky are the most comedic ones, and they're the ones who talk.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Yeah.
that's.
He goes and he's like,
fun.
"I'm your boyfriend."
He's okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's as scary. And I think when he cuts like his fingers off, and like when I'm like, why are you doing that?
He's having a good time.
Yeah.
I thought it was to establish his indestructibleness. No.
I don't know. I thought it was just he was scaring them.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was like supposed to be gross, kind of freak you out.
Yeah. Which, I guess if that happened in the real, like I guess not in the real world, but like if I saw that in a dream, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like horrifying. It just kind of looks, kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I have a few facts here. So it was inspired when Wes Craven read these newspaper articles on the LA Times about these immigrants from like some Southeast Asian countries. I think maybe like
I think-
Vietnam.
I thought it was like Malaysia.
I don't know.
I saw online.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It was like a war-torn country.
Yeah.
And then they would come here and they wouldn't be able to sleep. They'd have like these horrible night terrors, and then they'd die a few days later. And he said that no one ever connected it, but then he did. And then and then he heard a song called Dream Waves, and he's like, "Yep, that's the aesthetic right there." It's like
Nice.
a very synth you know. It sounds horrifying. Actually, do you want me to play the song?
The actual song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
There's an advertisement.
I got goosebumps.
It's called Dreamweaver.
Does it ever drop or is this the song?
It drops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So like the beginning of that song reminded me. Do you know when we go to Meow Wolf?
No.
When we went, there's like an area and it has like kind of like these. That kind of sound. No,
I don't remember which area.
I don't remember it either.
You know, I remember I found this little corner. It's obviously like different sets and stuff. But at the set at the time, I found this little corner where you could crawl in and it was complete dark.
Nice.
And then I'd just be there. I put
Right.
on a scary song, like a little, and
Nice.
then, like, and they're like, "What is that sound?" And then they see me, and then they just scream.
Nice.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
For you guys that don't know, Meow Wolf is like this cool art exhibit thing.
Yeah, it's
I don't know what you call it.
Interactive.
it was
Yeah, it's really neat. If you guys are ever in New Mexico, definitely check it out.
it's in Santa Fe. It was produced or like funded by what's his name, George R.R. Miller,
Martin?
Martin.
Yeah.
Miller.
The writer of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was this close to saying Guillermo.
They're Guillermo del Toro.
They kind of look alike, right?
Yeah, they do. So that's where he got his inspiration from. And the inspiration from Freddy Krueger's design was he said that he didn't like that, like the sort of trend was masks, right, with the killers. He's like, let's do something else. He's like, let's burn it. Burn them. you know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's different than the others, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
And that's also why he has the glove, because he's like, they all use knives.
Yeah.
Something different. Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah. So his script was denied by a lot of studios. Like they were like, whatever. We don't really
Is it
want
boring?
to do
Because
it.
it's boring?
No, I don't think so. But they were just like, we're not interested in this. Except Disney wanted to make it. But they're like, you got to make it for kids. So you got to make it suitable for kids. And he's like, no. so then he went to a studio called New Line, which is now an established one. They
Yeah.
made Lord of the Rings and stuff. But at the time, it was like a very
Small.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And originally, Freddy Krueger was supposed to be a child molester.
Ah, so that's an actual original
Yeah.
thing? That's
Yeah.
neat.
And they say that in the remake. I've never seen the remake.
I have, and I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I thought they like implied it. I didn't know if they outright said it or not.
Yeah, but then he changed it because when they were filming it, there were reports of child molesting in California. He's like, I don't want people to think I'm capitalizing on that. So yeah, he changed it. Yeah, so those are my facts for the movie. So, what did you guys like about this movie?
There was some good spooks, for me at least. But my tolerance is like
Very low.
very low. So
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're like 10 years old,
That's where you
fine.
put your tolerance at.
Yeah,
10-year-old.
it's probably so scary.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining.
Yeah. What do you think about the writing?
Fine.
I like it. I like the dialogue and stuff.
Yeah, I think the characters are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, of all the horror movies we've seen, these are the ones where I actually care about the characters.
Yeah.
And
So far.
Yeah, that's what makes the killing so scary. Like you actually like want them
Yeah.
to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know if this is like with, never mind.
Go on.
My brain.
You're already gone, man.
Give me 5 seconds.
It's fried.
I don't know if this part of, it's not necessarily character development, but I feel like obviously with the one, I don't know, I think I'm thinking about like Texas and Friday the 13th. With those ones, it's like more focused on like the teens, right? And I think
What do you mean? Like
No.
just random teenagers?
just random teenagers, right? Just doing things. And none of these are necessarily like just having sex or just doing, I guess they were. Never mind. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, well, I mean, only one of them has sex.
But that was more so just to get, like, for distraction, right? Because she was
Yes,
scared.
yeah. And she didn't want to sleep.
Yeah. But I really liked the mom. 'Cause I obviously like. I
You
think when you're a
sympathize with her
teeny-
alcoholism?
No, I think I can sympathize with feeling frustrated. Not that how can I sympathize? I can empathize maybe. I don't know. With like the frustration of like not being able to help your child, because obviously you're perceiving like there's something wrong with them mentally. But then obviously like if you're a teenager, you're like, oh, my parents don't understand me.
Well, I mean,
think
they don't
it's also
believe her.
supposed to be, but I think is that supposed to be kind of reflective of like just a like normal teenage relationship with their parents,
Probably. I mean, yeah.
but like more serious. So wait, so the mom killed him?
What?
What? You're already out of it. Drink some coffee or something, Jasmine.
So
I really like the relationship with the parents where they absolutely don't want to believe. Not that they don't want to believe it. They can't believe it. It's like
I can't
how?
even believe it, yeah.
How? Yeah. But like, it's up in such a way where like, of course she's going crazy. Her friend just died. So
Yeah.
they're not like dismissing her, but they're actually worried about her. They're like, please get some sleep. You're delusional. Like,
Yeah.
but we understand why.
You're
like,
traumatized.
yeah. I like that a lot because you feel like in a different horror movie, you'd be like, these parents are so frustrating. They're not doing anything. But in this one, it's more like, I get it.
Yeah.
I completely understand why they're
They're
the
doing
way
what
they
they
are.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, whoa, Jesus Christ. That scared
What?
me. Someone just walked by the window. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I forgot it already immediately. As soon as I remembered it. What were we talking about?
The
how
parents?
the parents are good parents.
Yeah, they're doing the
caring
best
parents.
they can
yeah,
in
yeah.
this situation.
Like, there's that one scene where she calls after
Glenn?
Johnny Depp dies. Yeah. And then the dad picks up. She's like, I know who did it. I know who did it. And he believes her that he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not like,
But he's still kind of like, please get some sleep.
Yeah.
We're doing
Yeah.
what we can
yeah,
here.
yeah.
I thought the pacing was pretty good. I feel like with the other ones we've seen, they kind of drag on.
In the
Yeah.
beginning, especially.
In the beginning,
yeah.
and this one like is it picks up
Yeah.
pretty close to the beginning.
And these are all like the same length.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is, yeah.
So
is-
this one felt good.
Yeah, more what's that called? What's that called?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What am I thinking of?
It's called
Like when you
something,
push
right?
a ball, you know?
Momentum?
Momentum. There you go. It's got good momentum. I was gonna write notes about this movie, and I only wrote one note, which is that the opening credits are Comic Sans. They use Comic Sans for it.
That's a good note to
Cool.
have.
Yeah.
It's important to know that
Yeah.
fact.
I think this established the lore pretty well without like going like super into detail or like
Yeah.
confusing
Well, I
the
mean,
audience.
they don't even.
either.
We don't know Freddy Krueger who is until
Yeah.
like towards the end of the film.
Yeah, but like at that point, it doesn't like necessarily matter, right?
yeah,
'Cause
it
it's
just gives
just, like,
context. I
Yeah.
guess. It makes it scarier because they're dreaming of someone that actually existed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But they don't know who
Yeah.
it was. By the way, that was really weird. How old? Like
yeah,
how,
the parents.
yeah.
Well, I'm assuming it must have been when they were little.
No, they said us parents, killed Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, but I think there's meaning the parents from that neighborhood, not
Yeah.
us as the parents. Just all of us parents living here.
Yeah.
No, but then she says mommy killed him.
Yeah, but she's not saying like when I was already a mom.
Well, like,
she's
but
letting
like,
her know like it's okay. Me as your mom.
Oh, I get it now.
Me, I'm your mom. I'm your mommy. I killed him. You're fine. That's what she's saying. I don't
Okay.
think she's saying I was already your mom when I killed him.
I thought, yeah.
well, I think maybe they could have been the parent, like already, like she could have.
Like she was
been,
like a baby or something?
Maybe they're
Maybe.
like 5 or
Maybe
something.
and maybe that's why they did it. Like, hey, we all have kids. This
Yeah.
guy's killing kids. We gotta
yeah.
protect them.
How many?
Like,
He
if-
killed like 20 or something.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I was just gonna say, well, maybe he wasn't because he was released, right? That doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean he had his like, I don't know.
Well, I
his
mean, the
babies.
beginning sort of opening thing is he's making it
Okay.
in
That makes sense.
in the fire. What?
In the boiler room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's where he was staying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if this reveals more towards the end, but I think I wasn't necessarily expecting the mom to die.
Why not?
I thought it was just the teens that he was
Yeah,
after,
just the
teens.
kids.
Yeah. I mean, I guess obviously they were responsible, so it would make I guess it
Well,
would make sense either
he
way
killed him
if
in the
he
real world.
targeted.
he killed her in the real world, then it was more like a sort of like last minute like grasp. I think
okay.
it wasn't like she was. It wasn't like she was a target.
Well, it would make more sense for him to target. Well, actually,
because he's trying to torture.
yeah. The parents, right?
Nancy.
Oh, well, because I was saying like if he could either kill the parents, right, to get back at them, or he can kill their children to get back at them. Like either way, it makes like, he could just target whoever and he'd still get his revenge, right? Because he's supposed to be like a vengeful spirit.
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's like the whole point, right? Everyone on Elm Street are the people who killed him. That's why he's torturing the kids now.
No. Okay. Johnny Depp doesn't really dream about him though.
No,
Yeah.
like I like the guys. Oh, I guess he never had a dream, right? He was never conscious of like the threats because he never had a dream.
Yeah, he
the
said
other
like I
twins.
slept like a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like neither of the guys were necessarily murdered in the dream.
No,
State.
but the boyfriend guy who was accused of killing her, he said that he also had a nightmare.
Yeah.
So basically the same thing.
Yeah. I think the most like gruesome death for me was the first one.
Yeah, let's talk about those visual effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they're very good. Very good.
Yeah, they cut her open and she's bleeding everywhere, and then like
She starts
floating.
getting swung around everywhere.
And then like they put her up in the what's it called?
Ceiling?
Is that a ceiling? Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say roof.
No, ceiling.
Yeah, and then like they drag her, and then
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
that's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Are there? Is
That
it
was
even
like the bloodiest one we've seen so far.
Nah, man, Johnny Depp's death.
Oh.
When the blood just starts gushing out of the bed.
Yeah,
It was
That's
okay.
the bloodiest one.
they put him in the blender. I guess. Is that what it's implied?
That's my favorite death, just because
Yeah.
of the uniqueness of it. I don't know. It's a crazy death. You
It
just
happens.
get sucked in too. That part's horrifying, where he just gets pulled into the bed.
Happens super fast.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah,
imagine
something-
that? Waking up to that, just getting sucked into your bed.
Yeah.
Terrifying, man.
Oops, sorry.
That's my favorite one. This movie gets cool points for that.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite scene too. What else is there? Oh, the guy gets killed by a sheet. That's not very bloody, but
Yeah, he hangs him to try to make it look like he killed himself.
how do you think they did how do you think they moved the sheet?
Slowmation.
No.
What is that thing called?
The stop motion.
There
Stop
we go.
motion.
I can never think of that word. I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was like, slow motion.
Slow motion animation.
I was like, what is it? Oh no, wait. I think I was talking with you. I don't remember. I was talking because I was thinking about the Evil Dead. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. How do you think they did it?
Do you know the answer? And you're like, just
No, I
making a
don't
guess?
know.
Oh,
I
okay.
have a guess. I have a guess.
Just a tiny snake
tiny-
animatronic type
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
wrapped
Oh.
around the blanket.
they hired a real
Um,
snake.
The hair-
A real snake. Yeah, that's how.
I thought I saw like a little bit of a hand, so I figured like it's a little puppet thing.
Ah,
they were
maybe,
moving
maybe. Like
Uh,
those fuzzies, worms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The ones you
What
get
fuzzy
from the
ones?
state fair,
yeah. You know the ones?
where you
I
like
think I
they
vaguely
have an
remember.
invisible string,
Yeah.
and then you go, ooh, it moves.
Those guys. That's how
Yeah.
they do it.
Yeah, there's definitely string they're attached to.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, how do you think they did the levitation one?
They hooked her up to something. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but like how they move her around and stuff.
I've seen a making of this movie.
Yeah.
And they explained it.
And you can't
I
remember?
don't remember. I think it's not the ceiling, it's the floor, and the camera's
Right.
upside down. I think
Right.
that's part of it.
I think that's how they did the Johnny Depp one too, and it looks like a miniature. So I think they build a small room,
okay,
turn it
yeah.
upside down,
Yeah.
and then they just like hose something in there, whatever it is, jelly,
What
or
fun,
whatever.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
making movies is fun.
Maybe.
We'll make our own one day.
Yeah,
It'll be awful. Stay
Yeah.
tuned for it.
yeah.
And that's a promise that it will be awful.
Not that we'll make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't actually know.
Yeah, good special effects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look real good. They hold
for,
up.
For what is it? Mid 80s, late 80s.
1984.
Yeah, they're very good. Very.
Yeah.
There was only one thing I thought looked silly, and that's when they light Freddy on fire, and it's because you can tell he's wearing like a flame suit underneath,
Yeah.
because he gets much fatter He gets like bulky when he's on fire. I don't know if you guys
Nice.
noticed it.
A little
No, I
bit.
didn't.
Yeah, he gets. It's pretty significant. He looks fat out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only time where I was like, oh, that looks kind of silly.
He smashes through. Oh wait, there's another part where it's silly, like at the end, where like it's like
Oh, and the mom
Freddy-
gets sucked
yeah,
up.
He breaks the glass and then picture, but it's like also obviously a doll,
Yeah,
and it goes so fast.
yeah, that part was good.
Yeah.
The ending was fun. Did you guys like the ending?
It was okay.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it so much that I don't want to see a sequel. I don't plan
Yeah,
to see any
yeah.
sequels. Yeah,
That's a good movie
So
just
they
by
all
itself.
because in the sequels, I think it's like, she actually survived or something.
Yeah, I
right?
think they bring her back if I remember right.
Yeah. And this is like very what's the word?
Everybody's dead.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Bleak.
No, it's like vague.
Oh.
What is it like? What word am I?
Open
Oh, I
ended.
thought vague.
Yeah, but like there's another word for it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's open ended. Ambiguous. There you go.
Nice.
Ambiguous ending. I feel like an old man. Or like I'm forgetting words.
You are.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Oh, he breaks through a glass window, right? Just Freddy.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think about the performances?
Normal. Better than what we've seen.
Better than the Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still has a bit of a campy feel. Like, is that just how acting was back then?
I'm pretty
I don't
sure
think
it
I've
was.
seen a lot of movies from the 80s, but they all have a certain feel to them.
Yeah, I think. Like acting for film always changes. Acting in general always changes.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I feel like even Jasmine's losing her goddamn mind right now. She did finger guns to the window.
I was trying to scare you guys.
So yeah, all acting back
went
then
like
was
this.
just kind of campy.
Yeah, because I remember Moonstruck. Remember I showed you Moonstruck?
Yeah,
And
that's
an-
also
an
pretty campy.
Academy Award nominated movie.
Yeah, that's just how acting was back then.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Nancy is probably the best.
Yeah.
She's my favorite. Yeah, and I think probably in terms of like, I think the parents weren't great.
I think the dad, I don't know. The mom like plays this alcoholic type figure pretty well, I feel.
By the way, that's another thing. They like don't mention she's an alcoholic until like halfway through the movie. Right? Like,
Yeah.
When she's like, "Oh, maybe I drink my problems away." I was like, "What? Does she do that?" I don't know if she does that. Yeah, but she's just drinking margarita mix. Yeah, it doesn't look like alcohol. Johnny Depp. What do you think about his performance?
I think it's good. I like
Very
him.
handsome. That's where it is. I'm just kidding.
That's where it is.
Nah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I feel like his
You're a great film
voice
critic.
is very, very different. Even his face.
Yeah.
I you guys were all saying like, what do you mean? He looks exactly the same. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
think-
yeah.
I don't think he looks exactly the same, but I think you could tell it's him.
I think you. I don't know if no one told me. I think I would have been like, is that like I would been squinting like
he's
trying to force it.
He's like 50 now.
Like if you
Yeah,
met,
that's fair.
he's almost 60. Actually.
He's almost 60.
Yeah, he's like 57. If you met that guy, you'd be like, you kind of look like a young Johnny
yeah,
Depp.
yeah. But you wouldn't like. I wouldn't
He's a
at
little bit
least
more
immediately
baby
make that
face.
connection.
No, like a little bit softer. Because now, like, well, I guess I was watching Sleepy Hollow. He has very prominent, like, a jawline. and
yeah,
stuff.
Oh, he
yeah.
has scars as well, like all over his face. now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
yeah. He also like his voice is a little bit higher pitched. Maybe it's because like the alcohol and the smoking didn't kick in.
Is he
yet.
like Southern?
Johnny
don't-
Depp? I don't think so.
I feel like he talks kind of with a vague Southern drawl now.
No, it's just because he's slow and quiet.
Oh.
Nice.
That's how he talks, you know.
I don't know.
You don't
I don't
know.
know about that.
Yeah, there's like when he screams when he's getting sucked through the bed, he's like, no. I feel like, oh, that sounds like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, his voice definitely. I don't think sounded like him at all.
Yeah, that's because we're used to him being old.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I think my mom wouldn't be like, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I showed my mom Murder on the Orient Express, and Johnny Depp's in that. Have you guys seen that movie?
No.
I
Johnny
haven't.
Depp's in that. I was like, Johnny Depp doesn't look that good anymore. She's like, what are you talking about? He looks amazing.
I think he definitely has a thing, but I don't like it. Like I see, if someone told me like, "Oh my god, he's daddy," I'm like, "All right, I see why you're saying that." Because he's got like a rugged. Yeah, he's not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me. He's got like this rugged guy who's been through stuff, you know, and I can see why some people would like that.
He has been through stuff.
He has been through
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It shows in his face. I have a couple of pictures of guys in crop tops saved on my phone for inspiration so I can get skinny, and that's one of them.
Really?
Yeah, I have that saved on my phone.
Oh, nice.
I think he looks amazing there.
I don't.
I wish I looked like that.
Yeah.
He's okay.
He plays he plays kind of like a useless guy. Like like Glenn is so useless.
Yeah, like you have
goes
one
to
job,
sleep.
wake me up, and
He
he
just falls
falls
asleep.
asleep. Yeah.
But at least he did give her that one line. So like, just turn your back on him.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Wait.
remember that.
When she's
Yeah,
like, you're not real. You're not the boss me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stupid, yeah.
okay.
But that was because Johnny is all like, yeah, have you heard of this culture that does this with your dreams?
Ah,
Yeah,
okay. I remember now.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And I think everyone else is pretty good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the bad boy. I already forgot his real name and his name in the movie. He's a cool guy though. I felt really bad when he died. I didn't want him to.
Because he was framed, right?
Yeah,
Corey.
his last few days were spent in jail, locked up. How sad.
And people were like, you're a murderer.
Yeah, like to his girlfriend too. Like,
that he loved. Yeah.
yeah, he's gotta feel awful, dude.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him. I liked his character.
Yeah. Well, so let's talk about the score then. A little bit of that score, you know?
You know what? I don't think I noticed it because I was spooked.
Yeah, piano, right? It's a piano.
I thought it was synths.
Is it? I don't know, man. I'm sure there's some piano part in there.
Maybe
Is it
it's
both?
like a piano.
There's one part that I really like when
Guitar.
she's having that dream at school, and she walks out of her class and goes into the boiler room,
Yeah.
and the music's like poppy, like disco-y.
Really?
Yeah. At one point, it's like horror and poppy. It's like,
Beautiful.
yeah, like
Yeah.
right when he's about to approach her.
Oh, yes. I remember
Yes,
that.
and
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
really
that. That's
good.
my favorite part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. That's your favorite scene?
Yeah, actually. Well, my favorite scene starts at when she's in the classroom and she sees her dead friend in the hallway. From that point to the
Yeah.
disco pop, that entirety is my favorite scene.
That image of her friend being like in a bag,
Yeah.
and it looks great.
Have you guys ever seen American Werewolf in London?
No. I want to though.
It reminds me a lot because in that movie, spoilers for that movie, the main character's friend dies and
Yeah.
he constantly sees him over and over, but his friend keeps coming back as more decayed and rotten and stuff.
Nice.
And it reminded me of that, and I loved that. That was awesome.
Yeah. You know Max Landis?
Yeah,
His daddy directed that one.
yeah.
Yeah. You know?
No.
That's why Max Landis got work in the first place. You know me.
And he's a bad guy, right?
He's a bad guy.
Yeah,
Like in real life?
yeah.
He like sexually assaulted women. I'll cut all this out. There's no point in discussing this.
Like he seemed
Um,
like a chill guy. I saw him in a couple of interviews.
Nah.
Really?
I
I think he
don't
seems
either.
very pretentious. Like
Nah,
these. He had an interview with Jane Nicholson, right? Once.
Yeah, he did.
And he seemed very pretentious there to me. Like
Yeah.
I felt like he was kind of talking down to her.
Well, yeah. But he also had that interview with RLM. Remember? Did you
Yeah,
watch it?
yeah.
Yeah. And that's the first time I watched him, and I'm like, wow, this guy sucks.
Really, I kind of like him there.
And I
But
showed-
he
yeah.
does kind of seem like a pretentious asshole at
Yeah.
times.
I watched that Jenny Nicholson interview with my mom.
And your mom
then
was like,
my mom's
"Why?"
like, this guy sucks, man. Like he thinks so highly of himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But like immediately, I'm like, who goes, hey, I want to be on your show to a critic that's like, hey, your movie sucked. And then go cry and be like, oh, I had this perfect masterpiece of a script.
Yeah.
Anyways,
What were we talking about?
score.
Perfect scene. Not perfect. Favorite scene.
Favorite scene?
That was my favorite
Right.
scene.
It's probably my favorite scene too.
Yeah, that was a really good
Yeah,
scene.
and she like wakes up and she screams,
In the
That's
class
great.
and she's
Yeah.
freaking out.
and that's oh my god, I think that's part of her performance that's so great is that she's really good at screaming.
Yeah.
She's like really convincing. But I love that scene a lot, and it's because I was expecting. Do you say-
Bad acting.
No. Oh, kind of, yeah. But that was great. But the students in the classroom to be like, oh, gross. and they would like make fun of her or something.
Ah.
But they were all very like sympathetic. They were
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Like genuinely concerned.
yeah,
Like,
they're
are
like,
you all right?
Yeah, because her friend died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure they all understand that.
Yeah. Actually, that reminds me of that scene in Hereditary.
I was just about to talk about
Yeah.
that when the guy
Because,
smashes
like-
his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Jasmine, are you here?
Yeah.
What's your favorite scene?
Excuse me. That's a good one.
But nothing beats Johnny Depp in the crop top. I completely understand.
I mean, lots of things.
Dang.
No, but yeah, I like that sequence. I think it helps establish a lot of things in the movie, right? Like the trickery he uses, the way he can like morph into various forms, I suppose.
Oh yeah, she's in the hall and he turns into a
Yeah.
little
Yeah, that was great. It's very spooky. Not spooky, but yeah, I like the imagery it created.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I had a favorite one. I liked the one that killed Tina. I think that's probably my favorite one.
You
Yeah,
like it?
that one's pretty
That's
good.
good.
It's intense.
But
But
What?
I feel like that was like the most like intense like death in the movies. I feel like
and it's the
everything
first one.
Yeah, and I feel like
Yeah.
everything after that was a little bit more.
It's because
Calm
like she's
down.
struggling and you hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the cinematography?
You know what? We haven't talked about this stuff in a while, so I'm like
You're out of it now.
for sure.
Yeah, that's what happens when we take a break from like watching like the greats.
Yeah.
Trying to think if I noticed anything. What cinematography again? What is it again?
Like
Cameras-
camera angles,
camera stuff, yeah.
framing and stuff.
Did you notice anything?
No, I think that stuck out at least.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I like the colors of it.
What colors?
They're sort of like, especially like in that scene with the body bag. There's like this like foggy sort of feel to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you say
Lots of red and stuff when they're in the boiler room.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't think of anything big for cinematography that I noticed at least.
There's the framing shot where in the beginning when Nancy's sleeping, and then you see the like Freddy goes like.
Oh
through the
yeah,
wall.
that was great.
Yeah. That's great. That is great. Okay.
Yep.
Well, do you guys want to talk about anything else about this movie?
I think I'm good.
It's gonna be very off episodes for you, aren't they? Jasmine?
No, look. Sorry, I have phlegm. I had dairy. No,
No? drink a coffee, man.
no. Well, what else did you guys notice? Andy, don't get distracted.
Sorry.
What did you notice?
Like,
Anything else you want to talk about?
You know? No.
No.
No, I think that's it for me.
Yeah. Nothing else comes to mind. For
Yeah.
Me.
what about you?
Nothing else comes to mind for me. Yeah, it's a great. I think it's a great movie.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. I recommend everyone to watch it. Yeah. What would you guys rate it out of 10? What
It's definitely a positive.
thumbs up?
Yeah, it's a thumbs up.
You wouldn't know what to give it then.
I don't know.
Let's just do thumbs up, thumbs down. I feel like I've been wanting to introduce that for a while, but I'm too much of a coward.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah,
yes.
that's how high I will give it.
Yeah.
Oh, spooky mummies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Thumbs up.
I
yeah.
enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I do enjoy rewatching this one.
This is the second time I've seen it. I don't know.
Nice.
I'm agreeing with you, but it's I'd definitely watch it, and I don't really rewatch movies. Yeah. So that's it.
Yep.
That's the discussion on A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Stick around
Stick
for
around.
Texas Chainsaw next. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, there we have other episodes as well, and episodes next week. Excuse me. It's Halloween next week.
Yes.
Yes, right? No.
Yes.
Yes?
That's what it says in the text.
Oh, yes.
No, I mean not the movie.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
like,
no. Halloween's
holiday.
next week.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
We're not doing anything for Halloween.
Interesting.
I guess we can do the old Halloween next week and then the new Halloween the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what I originally had planned.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I guess that's a break for us
Yeah.
in terms of like not
Yeah.
wanting- not
Since we
watching-
watched 3 movies this week.
Well, 2 of us watched 3 movies.
Yeah.
Hey, I watched 3 movies last week. Did
True.
we? What did you?
You watched 2 movies last week.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, that's because the other one came out today and I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
have time. So.
This is all getting cut out anyway.
You
But
smell
fantastic.
caca.
Yeah. So next week's Halloween. Stick around for that. It's
Can
gonna
I
be
have
great.
Cheesecake.
sure.
Yeah. Let's get some cheesecake, guys.
Yeah. So you can follow Andres at NDO30.
On Twitter.
Andy_30
Yes, that's correct.
on Twitter. Yes, that's right. Follow the podcast at Watcheando Movie. I don't know what the fuck to tweet on there, honestly. Jasmine,
Yes.
you had an Instagram you wanted to plug in.
Oh yeah. You can follow me at Señorita Jasmine.
Senorita, Jasmine.
Since there's no Enya.
Yeah.
Sonorita.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Good night. I love you.
From Wes Craven, director of The Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left, a new masterpiece in fantasy terror, Nightmare on Elm Street.